Well, howdy and hello, and look who decides to make a guest appearance tonight from the archives, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode number 166 as the countdown continues, and folks, it is getting close to Christmas here in the A7FL as March 15th will be here sooner than you think. But before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, hi, I'm Dub, represented by the Jeff Garcia avatar, but I am joined on camera by Corey Hammond. And guess who decides to grace us with his appearance today? One Mr. Duncan. Welcome, gentlemen, and Happy New Year and Happy 2026 to you both.
Happy New Year to you, Dub. The ultimate competitor, Jeff Garcia, one of my favorite Lions quarterbacks. I actually met that dude at the Pro Bowl in Hawaii the last year it was there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad to say, but real quickly before now we do have a couple of guests on today's show. But before we get into that, Derek, I know you haven't been on camera in a while, but yesterday or last weekend, me and Chris were talking about the late Dom Smith, and I know we kind of shared Corey's story, but Corey can add more to that. And also, Derek, if you have any memories of Dom Smith, the floor is yours for both you gentlemen to share your memories and moments with the late Dom Smith. So whoever wants to take the floor first, the floor is yours.
Well, I guess I'll step up. Dom was a good kid, man. Never had a challenge with him whatsoever. Every time he was around, he was always high spirited. And, when I heard that he had passed, I reached out to MG because I knew that him and Mark Gray from Sick With It, that they had a relationship. And I just asked him if he knew what was going on. And he had just heard the same. So I didn't get any of the backstory, have any idea what happened. I just know that we lost a good brother and a great football player. I'm sorry he wasn't with us last season, but the time we had him, specifically in Fall Brawl, and watching him burn up the field in a lot of spots. It was had a bright future in the A7 if he came back. I don't know what he actually ended up doing with himself after that, but I had nothing but love for that dude and nothing but good things to say about him.
All right.
Yeah,
So Corey, elaborate on your story because it was a good story that Chris kind of told, but of course only you can bring the Corin Hammond feel to it. So go ahead, sir.
well, so I mean, not many people. What's going on, Mel? Not many people may remember because it feels like it's yesterday for me, but it's actually been a while. But during that fall brawl, I actually had orchestrated going out there with Derek and kind of trying to stay incognito, and then just showing up as kind of like a mystery quarterback type thing. So I was in Vegas. Nobody knew I was there. There was no welcome party. There was no planned like, hey, what's up? It was just, hey, surprise. And I would go play, and then I would go up in the booth and call the Fall Brawl Championship, which, by the way, is still, in my opinion, like at least top 10 all time A7, but in the 2020s, it's definitely top 3 or 4 for me in games played, and that's saying something for the types of championships we've had recently. And for those who say fall don't count, I mean, I was there; it did. But the point for the Dom story was I play as the OTT quarterback against a team that would later become a Sick With It, actually, a lot of those guys. And then stars from other teams, that were available in Arizona because they were playing the next game, by the way. I played quarterback live against RTC in an A7FL format playing defensive end. So, I know how it feels out there for those that don't remember. But the point is that got my ass kicked, to be fair, and had to go from playing like I do a lot of times up to the booth, climb up into that awesome booth up there where we called the game that championship. Me, Rob, and Matt, and we had an NFL coach up there. Great stadium, great situation. But like I said, I just got my ass kicked. So I'm just trying to like gather my things, and rightfully so. I don't necessarily have like a home base of like best friends out there ready to like pat me on the shoulder sometimes like I do in New Jersey, right? That guys I've been playing with 15 years. I'm just some guy. I work for the league, whatever. And here comes Dom Smith. And I know I took forever to get to the point, but I really didn't even know Dom. I mean, I think a lot of people kind of knew of me as the guy in Vegas calling the games in that fall. But to be clear, me, Matt, and Rob were calling the games from New Jersey in our houses. So there was no real connection that should have been there, in a normal sense. And I would have totally forgiven any coldness as my persona precedes itself. But here comes this guy, and he pulls out a bottle. He just saw what happened. He's getting ready for his game. He's in kryptonite gear, and then I recognized that him in Jersey, this guy that's been making plays for the kryptonite. So I noticed him, and he said, "Hey, man, need a shot?" And listen, I'm not a drinker, but I don't think that there was a better way to be received by anybody in the world at that moment, except for by this stranger who had, listen, he didn't know me from Adam for sure. Like, he wasn't asking for like me to call the game and give him extra shout out props to his family or his girl or whatever, right? He just came up to me as a kind human being, saw that I needed something, provided it, and asked for nothing in return. How many times are you with your own friends and they'll be like, "Yo, you got 5 for that bottle?" No, he said I could have as many drinks as I wanted. Now I only took the one. I had a job to do. But it just proved to me the kind of guy that he was. And there is a brotherhood with football, and it's an unspoken thing that if you're willing to go out there between the lines, that you're among the group of guys that we all accept. Now we'll trash you, and I get trashed, and rightly so for different reasons. But that to me is who Dom was. It is, you know didn't know me, no reason to be a kind and gentle person. He's a defensive lineman by trade, and I'm a quarterback, right? But in a world that we're facing, the things that we're facing, and we don't have to, enumerate all of them. The world is worse off with one less Dom Smith out there, and that's kind of my take.
That's a perfect way to round that out. He's just an all around good dude for every chance I had to get with him. So yeah,
And a great football player, but I mean,
yeah.
losing the football player, is a shame. Losing the guy is just another tally in the list of things, at the end of last year, this year that are, kind of generally sucking, if we're being honest. Fuck.
Well,
Salute.
as I said last week, I didn't know him. I came unfortunately a season after he played, and then of course I caught our former colleague, the Asgardians, comments and videos of him playing side by side when they were both on the Kryptonite, and just reading, from pages of players, just the outpouring love that he had, just goes to show you that sometimes it pays off to be a decent human being in this world. So certainly, for those that knew him, continuous prayers and condolences for them, because I mean, when you lose a teammate that you played with or just know him overall, it is a very sucky feeling. And Lord knows I've dealt with loss this past year, so I can relate. But certainly want to get your guys' comments on, since you guys are joining us. If you're wondering where Chris is, he is nursing something, so we hope our colleague gets better and returns to us next week.
Not
Um,
like Meet the Parents. He's not nursing it in that way. He's
no,
just
no, no, no,
recovering.
I've
folks.
got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
Oh Lord. So with
Maybe
that,
just as bad though.
with that said, ladies and gentlemen, joining us after taking a year off, he decides to bring his talents back to the A7FL, and looks like he's taking his talents to the Silver State Stealth. But I called him Mr. Excitement. He was exciting for the Force back in 2024, uh, catching balls and having returns and going up against the team's best receiver. Ladies and gentlemen, the returning Jaden Webb joins us here on the other side of the ball. Jaden, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Can you see us?
First,
Maybe get no, no. I'm just joking.
Are you
uh,
in the car? Okay.
first off, we appreciate the time and officially welcome back to the league after a year off.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be doing what I love again.
So, just tell us just real quickly, give us a quick synopsis of why you decided to take 2025 off and come back in 26.
Um, The main reason, it was more personal issues. I wanted to step back and just make sure that what I was doing was what I really wanted to do, which is not playing football, but in A7, so that was more like a personal time and family time of the reason that I stepped back. And then I came back this year because once everything's kind of settled and situated, um, truth be told, A7 was like a stepping stone for me. I never played tackle football with no pads. I never played flag. It's always been 11-man padded. So A7 was like a stepping stool for me. So I was really grateful to play that fall and then the spring. So whenever I came back, it was more so of, am I going to do A7 again, or am I going to try to progress and try to move my talent to elsewhere? So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And when I came back, I actually came back. I was because I know it's going to be a lot of questions and questions and stuff too about the force. Um, when I came back, I was going to do the 8-on-8 with them, but you gotta feel at home where you at. You don't want to force things. You know what I'm saying? So, and I felt
Nice,
over there at the forest, it was
nice.
being forced. You know what I'm saying? So, Silver State Stealth, that's home. That's where my brothers at. That we're a big family over there. We've been coming together. We've been working hard. We've been building this chemistry. So that's where I'm at now. It was more of a it's not like I had a problem with anybody or anything. It was more of a personal thing. I had to step back, take some time, and really think about everything, and go to where I felt like I was not where I fit best at, but where I wanted to be at, you know. So I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to be back on that gridiron. So y'all can see, as you say, Mr. Excitement again.
Yeah, man. Look, glad to have you back. We missed you. I honestly thought that you were going to end up showing up in the 2025 season and drop onto a team last minute after the conversations we were having, but obviously that never happened. But for those of you who don't know, Jaden's one of our community guys too. He was really involved with doing a bunch of stuff over at the Harrison House for us. We had our Donnie Bunak Player Relief Fund thing going on. So Jaden and a few of the other guys, Phillips and who else was there with you? Monk
Monk
was obviously
in the back seat.
Monk run over there running the show. Can't forget about Monk. But yes, they had a real nice thing going over there for quite a minute, doing a lot of stuff, helping out the community over on that corner. So I just want to say thank you for the time you spent over there, and thank you for always being available for me whenever I needed you for something over there. So mad love, much appreciation. Dub, I'm going to ask if we can dive into the beach football league stuff on the front side here, because I'm not able to sit on the podcast all the time, and I know people are going to have questions that likely only I have the answers to. So
This is your baby. This is your production. I get out the way and let you take over.
nah, it's your show, man. I'm here. Every time I come on the show, I pop in for like 5 minutes and y'all just keep talking, so then I drop out. So
But your face gets into the thumbnail, and
Yes,
we get the views of people that think that you can see who watches, so they're like, oh shit, I gotta watch while Derek's on. Hold on,
but nonetheless, boss. Go ahead and talk about
I'll like this video.
Go ahead and talk about the BFL that I'm being told is being played in Santa Monica. Is that correct?
yeah, so I'll just give the overview and then we'll bring Jaden in for his input on it. So Beach Football League, beachfootballleague.com is where you can check it out. February 14th, they will be playing their fourth installment of Beach Football League football against the A7FL. The A7FL is 3-0 against the Beach Football League right now. They had 2 games back east, one in Ohio.
Yeah, and just to be clear, BIC was the representative for Jersey, so the Vegas Cali guys, they can't go out there and not do the thing at this point.
Got to do the thing, but what?
Got to do the thing.
But what BIC did not have to face was one Adrian Peterson on the BFL side.
Yeah, no, Adrian Peterson.
Wait a minute.
Man. Yo, listen, you got to clear that beach of all sticks. No
switches, no belts.
Now, look, Adrian Peterson, you're my guy. Like, you're literally one of my favorite running backs growing up. But
yeah,
I'm still going to roast any like, even if you're the greatest running back in our generation. I mean, you got to clear of debris of wooden driftwood, all kinds of whatever. Maybe if it's a nylon, it just looks like a stick. Get it off. Got to keep our players safe.
Little Corey goes straight negative, bro.
What? No. It's,
No,
all right.
but so Jake, what I really wanted to talk about with you guys is what went into the decision to say yes to taking that on. How quickly you guys were able to put 20 names together to say yes to the trip. Ultimately, the team that said yes has an opportunity to win $5,000. So I thought everyone would be jumping at it, but it was the stealth management who stepped up first and said, "Hey, we're about this, Derek. We'll take care of it. We want to make sure that you have a good representative out there." And then got those names over to me quickly. So I wanted to kind of get some inside baseball on your side, how things looked behind the scenes when the invite came
out. When the invite came out, it was a big shocker from I can say myself, the whole team, and even the coaching staff. Because even though this would be my first year playing on Stealth has always been overlooked ever since they came into the league. That was like another quote unquote OTT or another gold, or you know what I'm saying, and quotation marks. So really, when the word came around, we was already working. We was already getting to it. We practiced 3 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Mondays. We already been working for months. So it really was just like another opportunity to get ourselves out there, our name out there, our program, and another time to just play football and do something that we all love to do. So it wasn't like we gotta hurry up and get ready. We gotta make over plays and do this. We was already doing that. So it really wasn't like it wasn't too big of an adjustment. Obviously, it'll be different. The play style and where we'd be playing at, but it's football. Football is football.
Have you ever played tackle football on the beach before?
No, sir, I have not.
Let me tell you, that shit is fun. Look, so you think running in sand, your feet are buried, but as soon as you actually get going, you get on top of the sand, and your feet don't sink at all. It's like you're running on clouds. It's an interesting feeling. If you're fast at all, you get on top of that and you just it's beautiful, man. I can't wait to see y'all perform. It's gonna be beautiful.
Like those lizards that run on the water, the bass.
Yes, exactly like that.
Wait, so I was gonna say, so the speed isn't an equalizer on the sand, is what you're saying, Derek?
So if you can get up to top speed versus your weight where you don't sink into the sand anymore, you can blaze. I mean, you can go slow, fast, but it's how you get up out of that and up to top speed where you're on top of
the start-stop stuff.
So like in the trenches, it gets real weird because you don't have the same plant. Yeah, you don't have the same plant. You when you try to get to the outside, things start sliding down from underneath you.
Yeah,
everybody's playing barefoot, so it's I did it a little bit as a kid with family. I was 11, 12 years old, and I went back again in my mid-30s and brought my cousins out to actually Santa Monica on the same beach this game is going to get played, and we did the same thing. So it's nostalgic to me that we got invited to go out there, but I'm excited to see how the whole thing goes down. And now the pressure's on though. A7FL's,
we excited.
We got to rep Vegas. We got a really great squad of the stealth coming out there, so let's do that thing. Oh, listen.
Hey, we definitely excited. We really excited. We like being the underdogs. Truth be told, I feel like when we're always the underdogs, I feel like it make us play with a chip on our shoulder. So going out there knowing that we not only representing stealth and ourselves, but Vegas as well. We definitely gonna go out there and put on.
The pressure's on. You're not just representing Vegas and ourselves. You're representing the whole A7FL on behalf of Vegas. So the pressure is on. Like if Vegas is the only team to lose to the BFL, what do we look like?
Well, if Adrian Peterson's on the field, I'll be the first to give you guys a pass. No disrespect there.
But
we putting everything to sleep. We don't care if Saquon Barkley out there. We putting his ass down.
No, listen. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't think K-Wack over here, Nell Wilson, faced the caliber of football player. I mean, listen, they did play DRC at one point, but the caliber of football player we're talking about, never mind. All right.
I think so. There's a dude named Tully who is the guy who runs the Beach Football League, who's a Super Bowl champion with the Patriots.
Yeah, with the Patriots. Yeah.
I believe he actually played in the game against BIC. So they had some.
No, they were. NFL, yeah, no, I know they played NFL caliber guys. Just right. I mean, listen,
just not that name, right?
I mean, Adrian Peterson is, Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So my thing is that Jaden. First of all, welcome back to the league. I don't know if you're familiar with me, watching
Yes.
highlights of you and
No.
having an
Yes.
opinion of you. But to me, that year you had on the force is a reminiscent year of kind of like a college Travis Hunter. I mean, you were basically doing the thing on both sides of the ball and made an argument. I mean, if the A7FL MVP was based on snaps as it was the Heisman that one year, maybe you even win it. Shout out to Travis Hunter though. He was on my fantasy team this year. Left him on the bench. The one game he had like 40. Back. I'm sorry, I'm so scatterbrained. Back to an actual conversation, Jaden. You're back, and I think you coming back to the stealth helps with the thing that I saw from them last year when we get down to the X's and O's, which was the lack of an identity in the air. They were able to run the ball. They had a two running back system. And in the games that they were supposed to win, the Stealth were able to control the game using that running game and making plays kind of here and there every once in a while, but not very consistently in the passing game.
Mhm.
You come back and you solve one of the big issues that I think a team like the Stealth would need in a player that makes the defense guard him specifically, which makes everything else in all aspects and all facets easier. That's great. But here's the one thing that I think has been the question since it was OTT, since it was the stealth, since it was whatever.
Mhm.
Because if you do the Browns list of names, I'm on this list of names for this team. Who's the
No.
quarterback?
Hmm?
Yeah,
Who's the
who is the
quarterback?
quarterback?
Who's our quarterback? Y'all might not know him. Y'all might not know him, but we have a few good quarterbacks. We got my boy Louis. We got my boy Yodi that's working. You know what I'm saying, getting their reps. So with them going back and forth, you know what I'm saying, always competing every day. You know what I'm saying, they've been iron sharpening iron. So they both been getting each other better every day. You know what I'm saying. Every time we come to practice, they always competing. So with that being said, we've been getting work in outside of practice, and during practice. So the chemistry is building, the connection is building. So and then even if you take which y'all don't know is even if you take me out of the receiver room, our receivers are still gonna be dogs. We still gonna be able to throw the ball. We still gonna be able to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? So with I feel like with every team that I've been on, I've always been that main person. When I was on the Alienators, in Fall Brawl, when I was on Forest during the spring, it was always like me. You know what I'm saying? So and I didn't want it to keep being there. So like now, the wide receiver room, the DB room, you know what I'm saying, the return man room, the running back room, it's wide open. You know what I'm saying? It's wide open. So now I just feel like me coming to the stealth, yes, it did definitely help them and will help us be able to pass the ball more. But yeah, it's we'll still be able to pass the ball, you know. So you don't want to be on a team that you feel like if you were to get hurt, then the team will go down, you know. So the
Are
depth
you
chart is
guys
there.
are you guys half looking at this beach football league opportunity as a way to kind of give yourself a little bit of a preseason against live competition?
We've already been preseason. We've already been preseason and pre-gaming. We've already had we've had like four no we've had like 4 to 5 padded games already, 8 man and 11 man.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
so we've already been preseason, and this will be another way for us to play against high competition, to give ourselves a look, but eat and do what we love to do and go win. You know, so another just way for us to get out and play football.
Good.
Now,
So
I do want to go ahead, Derek.
no, go you first. I'm doing some prep work, so you're
So,
good.
so Jaden, you let me piggyback on something you said earlier. You said coming to the stealth felt like home. What was it about this?
Mhm.
What it was about the stealth reaching out to you that made it feel like home for you, and this is where I need to be?
It was more so of where like I say where I felt comfortable at, because I've did the whole college touring, seeing where I feel like I'll be at, you know. So it was more so of like a step back and be like, is everything being forced, and like what do I want out of a team, you know. And with our owner Lee, with my brother Lee, you know what I'm saying, if you know Lee as a on a personal level, you know what I'm saying, everybody might say what they want to say about Lee, and say this and that as far as the owner or coach on that type of level, which I'm gonna stand behind him regardless. But as a brother level and as just a person, down to earth person, Lee is a very good person. You know what I'm saying? He'll help you out with whatever you need, whenever you need it. You know what I'm saying? He always sticking his neck out. You know what I'm saying, for us. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you don't find too many coaches slash owner slash player, you know what I'm saying, that's going to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's going to have your back in tough times and tough situations whenever everybody else not going to have your back.
It looks like we got
Other
a
people's that
roster here. What's that?
That is the
yeah, you know,
A7FL
we in
20-man
there.
roster for the BFL game.
Yeah, that's the 20-man roster. Yeah, y'all take it, and we can line up against any 20, but I ain't even about to go there. I'm gonna keep it on the topic anyway.
Yeah. So
like
one of
I'm
the
saying,
things
we
that
can
go ahead, Webb.
Oh no, I was just saying yeah, it's just you want to play behind someone that you're not gonna have your back. Even if you get calls that's called on you and we all know it's wrong, you know what I'm saying? He's still gonna have your back. You know what I'm saying? That's on the football field and off the football field. You know, so
Well, you
that's what
said
it was just like.
you said you went through the college recruiting thing. Are you being literal? You're talking literally about college, or was there a recruiting process coming back to the A7 where there was a couple of teams trying to hit you up, being like, "Hey, yo, hey, yo"?
Well, both.
Both.
I
Okay, so
had.
so yeah, give us the recruiting in the A7 because
Uh-huh.
we just had KWAC on here. Did you get a DM from fucking BIC? I swear to God.
K-Wax famous for that shit.
There you go. No, I didn't. But
Okay,
you
okay.
know, I actually had because I'm from Mississippi. I graduated in 2019, and I had actually went into East Central Community College and played a year of JUCO before I came out to Las Vegas in 2020. You know,
Yep.
and so I actually did go through the actual college recruiting state, and then
Right.
after my season of Force and before my season of Force, I had Insomniac, Sick With It, everybody was hitting me up. But me personally, as much as I would love to play for Sick With It or Insomniacs, I can't stoop down and play for a team that's already winning without me. I want to beat y'all.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? You know
So
what I'm saying?
Corey and Derek
So
and Chris.
that's why I've never,
This
as
is
many
what we
times
dream
as I
of.
probably could have played for them, I would never play for them because they
and that's
winning
why
without
you'll
me.
sell more jerseys, and that's why people are gonna buy Jaden Webb stealth stuff. The stealth are a cool logo too, but that's why you're gonna sell jerk. Let's go.
Then I know we probably the only team that got an active store that's going up so you can buy our merch.
I'm about to put that store up too. So give me a second.
Yeah, stop playing with me. We rocking
Is there a Jaden Head bobblehead doll?
Not yet.
All right, I got a guy. We'll talk after the show.
All right, bet.
I'm bullshitting. I don't
No,
got it.
I got a
right now,
guy. Hang on. I'll be right back.
It's stealth all the way. It's stealth all the way right now. We represent right now. I'm on my way to practice. You know what I'm saying? While the other team's sitting up watching us, we about to go get some work in. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it takes. Listen, that's what it takes, and it is a grind and it is a process. Now, you mentioned the two quarterbacks. We know Yodi. I've been public with my statements on Yodi Mac. Shout outs to Yodi Mac. Happy New Year. Good, good resolutions. I'm not gonna rehash any of that stuff. But who's this other guy? Are we familiar with him? Is he an A7 guy?
My boy,
Oh, Derek really does have a bobblehead guy. Look, he's got bobbleheads and shit. I got pop vinyls.
Hey.
I don't got.
There you go. But my boy Louis, he coming from the shadows too. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people that might not have been heard of, that, you know what I'm saying, that may have that are very good athletes that may have been like second string on other teams or just haven't gotten the recognition that they need and or deserve. You know what I'm saying? So like my boy Louis, if y'all don't know him, trust and believe, you will hear about him. Not only me and him as a duo, him and my other boy Ricky as a duo. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear a lot of different names that y'all may not have been hearing lately, or may not have been hearing at all. You know, so a lot of these names and people that you may even see that Derek had put up as a 20-man roster, you might not even know some of those people. You know,
Yeah, so Webb, you mentioned Louis as one of your quarterbacks, him and Yodi, right?
Yes, sir.
And you said that he and you are a tandem. So outside of quarterback, what other positions does he play?
Outside of he can go. He an athlete. He like, and that's the thing. Like at practices, And we'll be like, no, stick the quarterback. He'll be getting upset like, no, I can go play DB. I can go play this. You know what I'm saying? So everybody on the team not only wants to be versatile, but a lot of us are versatile. You know what I'm saying? We can play both sides of the ball. And that's a benefit. You know what I'm saying? That's a benefit for us.
Well, that reminds me of the conversation that we were having about you specifically when you were on the force, that there was only two players, you and Jack, that had the speed at the time to potentially take the top off the defense, but you guys both had to play DB to keep up with the speed of the offenses that you were playing against. So it limited the force's potential for opening up deep throws and opening up underneath because of the deep throws.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that problem has corrected itself over at the Stealth, or how's it looking right now?
No, yes, most definitely. If you want truth be told, out of all the games that we've played, since we played so far, even whenever I've come out, I have probably one or two of those games I played every snap on both sides of the ball. But for the most part, me as a player, I love playing both sides of the ball. You know, I want
Well,
to play
I
both
mean,
sides of the ball.
you
So
can do that in arena with the 50, 60-foot field because you're not exerting yourself full force every time. You know that wasn't working at A7 when you're having to run gassers every single play. So,
no, yeah.
Are you guys coming off an arena season right now? What specifically are you guys practicing for arena right now or for A7? Where are you at in the mix?
Mainly we practicing for, I would say, arena, but lately, with everything going on, we've been practicing for 11 man. I feel like A7 is football, and with us practicing in pads, I feel like it'll allow us to be a lot more physical in A7. You know what I'm saying? So with us practicing in pads for 8 man predominantly right now, and then just like taking one person off, and then just taking the pads off, I feel like it'll definitely help us be more aggressive and more agile and be able to move sideline to sideline in those whole 100 yards with us practicing with pads and stuff like that right now.
I agree with that. I think the only downside of transitioning from pads to A7 is remembering your tackle technique.
Yeah, exactly.
Not forgetting to dive at somebody's legs like, oh shit, I have no protection.
Yeah.
I think it's a natural and actually healthy transition. Go from A7, strap some pads on, and your form tackling. I think sometimes it can be a little bit sketchy when you go from, hey, I'm wearing the suit of armor, and then you just step on the field. If you play the exact same way, unless your name is Ronald Clerk, you might find yourself in a sticky situation. But the physicality I do like to hear. Last year in the A7, we did miss you, but there was still a lot of great things happening and going on. You said you had the personal things, but if you're anything like me, when you're away from A7, it's still something that you kind of have in the back of your mind.
Most definitely.
What kind of things did you see last year that either motivated you so that you were itching to get back, or some of the things that excited you, as not only obviously a player, but a fan of this type of football?
One of the things that excited me to get back is just if you've been a football player like all your life, or just a football player in general, and you really love it, and it's just like your passion, then it's gonna hurt being on the sideline when your team is playing. You know what I'm saying? So taking a whole year off, watching the whole season, even still watching some of my brothers out there and play and stuff, it definitely took a factor in the role on me. But I feel like just sitting back watching, I got to see a lot of different things from different people. A lot of people playing different positions that they weren't playing whenever I was playing against them. You know what I'm saying? Like Shep, for instance, he was playing DB when I played, and he was playing running back for the Stealth. You know what I'm saying? So just like things like that, you get to see other sides of people rather than when you're on the field playing with them and actually watching them on film or live. You know, so it was definitely good to take a year off and take a step back and see what I can work on to better myself and stuff like that. So I think my passion for football really just pushed me back to get back in it. And I know I got a lot left in the tank, and I just can't I can't just go without leaving it all on the field. So I just had to get back out here one way or another. I just had to.
What are your thoughts on the competition, including obviously the defending division champs and two-time league champs, the Insomniacs, that are kind of like I would say they're the, they're the
Team to
target.
beat. Mm-hmm.
They're the team, right? What do you think? What do you think about the stealths?
Go. So I can back it up.
Yeah, exactly. But what do you think the stealths? What is the definition of success for this year from the stealth?
Execution.
In what way? As taking somebody out that's been doing wrong things,
right now we're big on we're big on cadence right now. Even and this goes for myself as well. Like sometimes I have to check myself before I come on the field and stuff. So like even if you're the best player, you still, there's nobody that's bigger than the program. So even if you're the best player, you still have to carry yourself like you're not the best player and come to work every day. We're not lollygagging, no half-assing, just stuff like that. It's execution. When we get on the field, every man do their job. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about everybody else. Everybody do their job. So other than execution, I would just say win. Which is everyone, which is obviously everyone's goal, but win. And not only win on the field, but win outside in daily life. Like we've been getting more involved with the community. We've been trying to do more activities together as a team, you know what I'm saying, to build team chemistry, so just things like that as far as like winning and just growing that chemistry and coming together as one.
Hey, Corey, do you have the controls right now with Dub out?
Nope.
That's interesting. I don't know. So I've got the signing day pictures from a few of the folks on Facebook. I was going to ask. So, Webb, tell me about the signing day. How much fun was that the other night?
Oh, that was. I don't even think if there was another word for fun, then that would be the word. It was definitely it was a time to enjoy. It was a memory that I know every stealth member, player, family member, friend, all of us will remember. That was definitely one to write down in the books for us all. It was a good moment not only to come together as a team, but all the families come together and just celebrate together and for all the accomplishments and hard work that we've all put in together. So
Hey, Dub,
it was definitely good.
Dub, can you put up the share screen to show the signing day pictures that I got loaded up? Since you're back.
And then new. I'm sorry, but even a new additions to the stealth. We got two new photographers. We got one from France and then our kicker, he from France. You know what I'm saying? We getting photographers. We got merch coming out. We got a lot of stuff going for stealth. It's just not. It's bigger than football for us. It's bigger than football.
Clearly, and that's a beautiful thing, man. When you guys are taking care of the community and taking care of your bodies and taking care of yourselves and taking care of your families, everything starts to work out the right way.
Yes, sir. Yes, it does. What am I doing?
So, was the signing day at the Parkway Tavern?
Parkway.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I can see the back. I was looking at the pictures. I can see the sign there. So, Parkway Tavern, probably the one up on Flamingo and 215.
Yes, sir. Yep, that's exactly the one.
Yeah. So, shout out to Parkway Tavern for hosting. Lee reached out to me and said, "Hey, where's a good spot?" I gave him a few spots, and
that was definitely a good spot. We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, that little outdoor joint out there is perfect. I've had a couple class reunions and stuff like that up there, so it's nice.
Yeah,
look, man, looks like you're lock in practice, right?
Sir,
you about to lock in practice?
Yeah, I just made it here. I got here a little early.
Okay.
Being the team director and stuff, so I'm here a little early, waiting on some of my players and stuff to get here. We don't really start it till a little bit later, but yes, sir, I just made it here.
That's awesome, man. So I thought we was gonna have to jump off and let you go. So
no, you all good because I'm early. Yeah, I'm early. I'm good.
All right, so let's get into it a little bit. So obviously, no more force in the A7FL. You brought your talents to the stealth and brought yourself back to the A7FL. I keep calling the stealth the Sith because they're the evil version of the Force.
Yeah.
Six team division out of Vegas and one out of LA. You guys are gonna have to travel a couple times maybe to LA. How are you feeling?
We go there this weekend.
Oh, okay. Who are you playing this weekend?
We play who I think it's Beach City. Yeah.
Is it a PIFL game or what league are you playing in this
Yes,
week?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
PIFL.
That's awesome, man. So 8-man padded football. Is it indoor or outdoor for you guys this next week?
No. I'm sorry. No. It's we playing. This is 11-man. This is 11-man. What we doing?
11-man. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
This is 11-man.
definitely outdoor, regular 11-man. You guys are
Yes,
doing
sir.
the whole thing, man. I love it. That's beautiful. And you said you're paying the Beach City Gladiators, then, right?
Yes, sir.
What city are they out of?
I think Monetary
Park.
Yeah, Monetary Park. Yes, sir.
Monetary or Monterey?
Monetary.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I like the sound of monetary. That's when you get paid.
You would know.
Yeah, in the past tense, you're absolutely right. So, Webb, what you been doing with yourself professionally outside of football?
Trying to stay in shape, man. I just been getting myself just trying to become one with myself, staying grounded. Just trying to stay healthy. I've been trying to make sure I run at least 1 to 2 miles every day. Just eating right. Just being right to myself. So I can get the same in return with the universe.
Who on your team is faster than you?
I don't know. I don't think we even had a race yet. I don't know. I don't think nobody. They might be in here listening too. I want them to talk their stuff when they get to practice too. Ain't none of y'all faster than me. We're gonna have to prove it today at practice.
Well, make sure somebody records that so we can see what happens and see the results.
Yeah,
we got
And a
we
word
got
of advice.
on me.
A word of
We'll
advice.
video.
If you are recording, get 2 of the linemen to race. You might get a gem. You might get a hidden gem there. That's the old Corey Hammond playbook there going in there. But Jaden, we're happy to have you back, but I also think that we got to press you a little bit too, because the Dem Falses was a thing until it wasn't, and so was the Dion Fox to Jaden Webb connection. Now,
Most definitely.
what is your relationship like with the former quarterback, and do you know, if anything, that if he has any plans for A7? Because I think he has some unfinished business in this league.
We don't really talk like that outside of when I played for Force and like football.
Yeah, gotcha.
But from my understanding, I didn't even think Force was even going to get back into A7. That's why they went to 8-man.
Well, I guess he's still with them, so that's what it is.
Yeah, that's
because
from my understanding.
What we did see is him have a brief,
Cup of coffee.
albeit like 2-3 plays, a brief appearance in the playoff game for Sick With It. And what I would say is that you guys know better than I would. But if that's somebody that you know and he wants to play a little A7, maybe you guys can get him to a couple practices. But I'll move on from there. Just wondering, just personally wondering, if one of the most gifted, physically gifted quarterbacks out there in the state wanted to come back and see if he can make some kind of success happen. So you say that you play all these forms of football, and so this is obviously the A7 show. So and you were off, and now we brought you back because it's hard to get out of here. Look, I'm gonna be 39, I think, when the season starts. So what is it about the A7 game that's kind of, drawn your interest, caught your heartstrings? I know what it is for me as a guy who's been doing it for going on 15 years now. But it seemed like with you were gone 1 year and had the itch, and you had to get back, and we're happy to have you. What about the A7 game is better or feels different than all these other forms of football that you've admitted just on this show that you're actively playing right now?
So you asked me like what would the difference be,
Well,
and like what do I take from A7 that I like the most or enjoy the most?
Just compare A7FL to 11-man, 8-man arena, flag, all these other forms of football. What makes A7 stand out for you, and why did you want to come back?
Well, for one, I was seeing A7 when I was still in Mississippi on YouTube Reels and stuff, when y'all was already doing y'all thing, and I feel like the first thing that really caught my eye was, are they out here really tackling with no pads? You know, I
Yeah.
think that's for a lot of people. You know, are they really out here tackling with no pads? And then A7 was the first type of form of football that I got back to doing whenever I left from Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Coming from
Yep.
high school, playing the college ball, and then I stopped playing. I took like three years off, and then I got back into A7. You know, so it was just it was um let me think. I don't think it was really nothing like in specific that just drew me more to A7. I feel like it was just an opportunity being handed to me, and which was A7. So I kind of took it and ran with it. Like my first year, and like now I was trying to use I was using A7 really as like a stepping stone to try and get me out there somewhere else. Because once I got to start hearing about the other leagues and stuff like that, then I wanted to like move on and progress and try to excel. So it kind of came to like, okay, if I can use this, because A7 gets a lot of recognition, you know what I'm saying? It gets a lot of media, you know, so if I could use this and you all could help me, you know what I'm saying, get my name out and I can move on and progress and use it as a stepping stone, then that's what I would like to do, you know what I'm saying? Because the whole goal is to fill up our roster over here at Stealth and then empty the roster from everybody moving on and going professional and playing at higher levels. You know, that's the whole goal, is to get everybody to the next level and really get paid for what they enjoy doing. You know what I'm saying? Rather
Yeah.
than just, you know, so that's really what it
Well,
was. It was
it has happened. I mean, there's guys that, even in the Vegas division that have gotten workouts. There's the guys that have gotten signed to the professional flag teams. You mentioned that in Mississippi, before you got a chance to play, you were a fan. Do you remember any specific players or teams that you were a fan of watching?
the year that I had seen it, the year I don't think I had a favorite player or a fan. I would just see it like scrolling on YouTube in the reels, and I would click on it and then just like and watch it and stuff like that. But I don't think that I had like a favorite player or a team.
You didn't remember like a team's jersey. You were like, oh yeah, I like them. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. I mean, listen,
Nah, yeah,
you're a guy who plays, so you probably were like, I'd love to play that.
yeah.
I feel you. I feel you. Dub, what you got for our guy before he gets to do the real work? Because this is the media tour. I think Lee is forcing you to go on, or Derek. I know a player as good as you knows what it really takes, and you've already kind of admitted it and illuminated the fact maybe to some of the other players around the league that are trying to make that next step to catch those top teams. Dub, what you got for Jaden Webb?
Well, I mean, you talked about how you love playing both sides of the ball. Do you plan on doing that this season for the Stealth as well?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't. I just can't. I don't see because truth be told, originally I came from defense. All my life, I played running back until I got to the ninth grade. And when I went to the ninth grade and got in 10th grade, I got moved to corner and safety. And that's actually what I went to college for, safety and corner. You know, so when I got up, but I always wanted the ball in my hands. So when I got to A7, it was my chance to really express my feeling and about how much I wanted the ball. So I got to play wide receiver, which was, believe it or not, actually my first time playing wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to be playing both sides of the ball, not only because I'm an athlete and I love the ball, but defense is my side. You know what I'm saying? I'm originally from defense, but I want the ball. You know, so I'm definitely going to play both sides of the ball.
So, you coming from a defensive background and playing in the secondary, who would you say that you pattern your game after as far as the defensive side of the ball? Who would you say that you pattern your game after in a lot of highlights and or film that you watched on as a kid growing up playing on the defensive side of the ball?
A lot of people, because I'm a Seattle fan, one. So I would say Chancellor, Richard Sherman. You got the Honey Badger. It's a lot of different people that I take different things from. Like just like when it comes to learning things, I like learning like one specific thing from multiple people, so I can take everybody's way of doing it and create my own way of doing it and making it easy as possible. So I feel like watching a lot of different defenders and DBs as like growing up, it definitely opened my eyes and showed me not only how to move, but what to be looking for. So playing DB and playing receiver, it can help you on both sides of the ball, and it can also kill you. So playing DB, going to receiver, you would think you would know what a receiver is about to do, and sometimes that could get you beat. And just like going from receiver, playing DB, thinking you know what the DB is about to do, you know what I'm saying, and that could get you beat. So it's just more so just keep your eyes open, staying focused, and just being disciplined.
Well, one
Yeah, one
thing
of
is for sure. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Corey.
Well, no, go. You go
I was
ahead
just
though.
saying. I was gonna say one thing for sure, and be it if you were on the Alienators or on the Force, one thing is for certain: Jaden Webb was definitely a ball hawk on both sides of the ball, and certainly from a broadcasting perspective, I'm looking forward to calling some more Jaden Webb highlights this upcoming season because it definitely. And Chris and I talked about it even last season. Is just like how much you were missed because you were that new blood coming into the league and just showing off with the tremendous skills that you have. So certainly looking forward to seeing him back on the field live, and certainly looking forward to calling some more Jaden Webb highlights because you are a fun, exciting player to watch, my guy. You really are.
I really do appreciate it, and I really appreciate the opportunity and the exposure that you all helped me get and get my name out there. So I'm definitely glad to be back. I'm glad to be able to be back inside the gridiron and get my talent back outside. So and I definitely plan on the stuff giving you all the show this year. It's definitely gonna be something to watch.
Well, because what I was gonna say, Dub, is when you talk about the both
All right,
sides of the
Corey, go
ball.
ahead.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Can you hear me, guys? Were you talking, Dub? I didn't know.
Yes.
I can't hear. I didn't hear you. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, go ahead, Corey.
Oh, okay. Because what I
No,
was
I
gonna
was telling
say
you to
is,
go ahead.
there you go. So when you were mentioning
You got the gun.
your view of Jaden's abilities, and Jaden was kind of talking about his history, growing up in the gridiron. The A7FL, one of the things I think a lot of guys like about it is that those skill positions are really just one-on-ones. Because when you reduce the amount of players from 11 to 7, and you really take away that safety, that zone type of coverage, really. Some teams can get away with it, but it doesn't really make that much sense. So it emphasizes those one-on-one matchups, the jump balls, the deep routes, the double moves. And coming from a defensive background, some of the most successful players in our league on both sides of the ball have all played defensive back. Sterry Codrington, the former MVP and the current MVP, Quattrell Huffin. There's a lot of guys that have played the defensive backfield position growing up in 11 on 11, and that skill set easily transfers over to the one on one. So you said you were watching a little bit of this year, and it made you want to get back out here. What's a one-on-one matchup that you want to take on this spring when you get back on an A7FL field? Who's a one-on-one that you're looking forward to testing yourself against?
Whoever y'all be saying the best is.
Well, I mean, listen.
Cause truth be told, I don't be knowing none of these people's names. I don't be caring about their name. I don't be knowing who they is. I just be ready to line up and play football. So whoever y'all, after y'all do y'all little voting and stuff, whoever y'all think is the best, then that's who I want to see.
Well,
Although I'm not gonna lie.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Corey. Finish your point, and then I'll piggyback off that.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say you played in this league, so you've had guys go against you. I know for sure, not what people are saying as a player, right? But when I was a player and I wasn't doing any media, I still had those guys I went up against, and I was like, yeah, I want to beat this guy. Is there a guy that you've already gone up against that you're ready to see if he's playing, and when he is, you'll line up and say that's my guy?
Um, anybody on the Insomniac that play receiver or DB?
Oh boy.
Go ahead, Dub. What were you gonna say?
Well, no, now that he's mentioned that, as one matchup I certainly would like to watch as a fan, definitely would be him and Prime going going mano a mano for sure. Um,
Who is that again? Who is
he
Prime? What
was
number was
last.
it?
He wore 21. He was this past season's defensive rookie of the year. Also, I think return of the year. Had a very good rookie season for the Insomniacs. But I mean,
Okay.
just how you two guys play,
Hmm.
I think the physicality would be unknown to man, and that's something as a fan I
Uh-huh.
definitely would love to see watch unfold on the gridiron for sure.
No, yeah, I definitely love the competition. You know what I'm saying? And it's all respect to them guys. You know, all respect to the guys that's been in this league for a long time, like the vets and stuff that's been dominating. You know, so if I could, any person, you know, like any rookie would love to come into the league and get that 1-on-1 with a vet. You know, and beat them. You know, it's definitely going to boost your pride and make you feel good about yourself. So anybody, you know, anybody, they can take it as a call out, they can take it as competition, they can take it as whatever, you know. But I just love to compete at a high level. Don't nobody like losing, you know what I'm saying? I hate losing, but when I lose, I try to come back from it, you know, I try to bounce back. So anybody, you know, anybody, I'm definitely down to get work in and compete with anyone.
Yeah, your Super Mario World rated E for everybody.
Yes, there you go.
Um,
There you go.
so you're getting ready for practice right now.
Hmm.
So and you play with these guys enough. And
Hmm.
I know. Listen. I get it. There's a lot that goes into finding out who and what and why. But we're gonna pin you down a little bit here. You mentioned two guys play quarterback.
Uh-huh.
Um, we do know Yodi. Yodi is. I've seen him have success. I've seen him struggle. A lot of times when you play the quarterback position in this league, you know you could struggle even if you're good. If the team around you is also struggling, it's a team effort, right? It's not just
Exactly.
one guy. And we're not necessarily familiar with the other quarterback that you mentioned, but if A7FL started tomorrow, what's the quarterback situation? Who starts? Do you guys rotate? Is it really an even thing?
Right now. It's rotation. It's rotation. We have rotations going. So it's more so of like who's been in the groove. It's like the NFL. You know who's had the better practice throughout the week. That's who's going to play. You know who's came this
Maybe
week, showed
maybe
up.
at maybe at third string running back and fourth string you can have that in the NFL.
There
But
you go.
at the quarterback position in the NFL, it's not
Well,
who had a
yeah.
better practice.
Well,
it's,
yeah.
it's
I,
not.
most
I mean,
definitely.
maybe if you're the Browns or the Bengals this year when their starting quarterbacks were hurt, maybe that's what it shapes out to be when you're going back and forth from Dylan Gabriel to Shadur Sanders. Shout outs to Shadur. I was a little bit wrong. We'll see though, buddy. We'll see. Um, so maybe those two teams, which to be clear, when you're rotating quarterbacks, a lot of times,
Uh-huh.
Dub, you could finish the cliche for me, which doesn't make it true. But if you have two quarterbacks, Dub, how many quarterbacks do you have?
None.
Yeah. So I
You
mean,
don't
look,
have any.
I don't. I'm not saying that you don't have a quarterback.
Uh huh.
My question and why I'm zeroing in on this is the thing in my opinion that has kept the playmakers on OTT and the stealth from making taking that next step. And look, we could go over the list of guys on that roster from OTT. You guys have Savion Cunningham still or no?
No,
No, right? Where did he end up?
I'm not sure.
He was on the
Anyway,
Hunters. He was on the Hunters last season.
so yeah, so there we go. So who are we talking about here? Who are the playmakers on the stealth moving
I
into the
mean,
A7FL
I can.
season?
I can pull out the group chat and just start listing people down the list, you
Well, I
know.
mean,
But I ain't gonna do all that.
who are the guys that are going to be the guys that stand out for us? Because one of the guys, and I don't even know if he's on the roster, but one of the guys that has just the talent to do whatever it is, and now it comes in a lot of forms.
Hmm.
And we could talk about his past of being a responsible adult at times. I'm just joking. Shout out to my guy. But G Hurd is the guy that makes plays. Now, I don't know what position he's going to play. I don't know if he's even going to show up on time, but the man can do football. Is
Hmm.
he on the stealth, and what is his
No,
role in the stealth option? So that's
he's not on the stuff.
cool. So who are the guys that we're looking at that are going to be the playmakers? That come April 28th a couple weeks into the season, we're going to be like, oh yeah, these are the guys to watch out for this Sunday?
Well, the quarterback that you all don't know, my boy Louis. That's for one. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of new people. I got my boy I got my boy Devin that y'all might not know. I got my boy Ricky. It's a lot of people. I can go on and on. You know, it's a lot of people that I just don't want to put their names and stuff out there because some people like to move in silence and just like to show. You know what I'm saying,
All
when they get
right,
on the field. You know,
that's
so
fair.
you know what I'm
Listen,
saying. So
some
with
guy
that,
asks you, some guy in the media asks you a question, you don't have to answer it. Now, I might press again if I'm being rude or pushy,
what
but
he asked.
fair. So listen, you guys got some work to do. Are we keeping you from your practice?
No, sir, you're not.
Who's there early with you? That's actually that actually is valuing the practice time as much as you are, because anybody that knows, if you're on time, you're late, and if you're 15 minutes early, you're on time. So who's out there right now, stealth wise, putting this work in with you, and who's early enough to really be watching out for?
Um, well, right now it's I'm really early. I came real early, so people
Oh,
showing up.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
So
practice don't start until like 7 o'clock. I knew I was gonna be in the call, so I tried to come a little early.
hey, listen, we appreciate it.
No, most definitely. But
Yes, we do.
yes, it's
Yes,
a
we do.
few. Really, everybody that's here are key players. They make a difference, you know. And it's just 5 of us here, you know. So
Nice. Well, how about this? One of the other things that I think the stealth could really benefit from and becomes the most important unit on a football team
mhm.
is the offensive line. Um, at times, the stealth looked like they had guys that worked. At times, it looked like they needed some help. How are you guys looking there? And what was the bill on that side at that party that you guys had? Because if it wasn't at a certain threshold, then maybe you guys need more linemen.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that, please?
Don't tell me the actual total of the bill. I was just saying we're talking about linemen are the most important thing to get offensive guys going.
Hmm.
Stealth at times last year had some guys that worked. Looked like they could use a couple more. What's the offensive line looking like for you guys?
It's still building. With the people that we have right now, they've been in the gym, they've been running, getting their feet work better, their hand placement. You know what I'm saying? Getting the plays down, getting the reps and chemistry together. But right now I feel like our line. I'm very confident in what we have right now. It could be better, obviously. We could be better all around, you know. But right now I feel like we're good with who we have. We could get maybe a little bit more weight, a little bit more size behind us, but other than that, I'm confident with who I have on the line, offense and defense.
Dub, what you got? You got anything else for our guy?
Well, obviously for you guys, it starts on March 15th as you guys make your return back to the field. Um, like I said, I'm just looking forward to seeing what kind of excitement that Mr. Excitement will bring back. But I mean, for those that are not familiar with Jaden Webb, originally Jaden Webb graced us with his presence back during the 2023 Fall Brawl season as a member of the Las Vegas Alienators, where he showed off his tremendous skills, then took his talents to the Las Vegas Force in 2024 and basically was a high candidate for a lot of awards during the off season. Took a year off, and now he is back and is now taking his talents to the Silver State Stealth, looking to build on their win tool from a season ago. Who did make a playoff appearance, looking to go further along in 2026.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
I don't want to say if you have any parting shots, but I mean, if you just have any final things you want to say to
Oh
the
yeah,
league to make your presence that you are back, go ahead.
yeah. I'm just glad to be back. You know,
And looks like we might have lost him. Hopefully, he will come back in and make his point. Um, but certainly excited to see him because he really was a top tier player certainly here in Nevada or back in 2024 when he played for the Force, and certainly earned his way into the top 50 the previous season before he decided to gear off. And I probably will expect him to be back on that list in 2026. Might be having some technical issues. Hopefully he'll get back on. But Corey, certainly good to see a talent like Jaden Webb back in the league for sure.
Yeah, I think two things are important here. One is that he's back, and two is that he's got the state of mind that, in my opinion, is going to help the league in the long term. The more guys we get that, shout out to I think that was Shep. He said he's on his
That,
way.
that was Cool
Um,
Case, who gave us a little synopsis of what was going on at their signings the night before
yeah,
last.
but Jaden had the opportunity to just be like, yeah, my guy Shep in the backfield, right? No, he didn't. He didn't. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just starting shit here, I guess. This the past week it seems like everybody's just a little antagonistic or too much so. But listen, I think that we got a lot from there he is. So Jaden, what were your parting shots? Because I think we got what we need here. Unless you want to put one of your teammates on and have him kind of put his write a check that you guys are going to have to cash in the regular season. Jaden, you there? I don't know.
Try
Maybe we'll
again.
get him.
Okay, maybe he'll come back on. But right now it's Dub and
Well,
Corey.
listen, listen, you asked him some great questions. Derek asked him some questions, and I talked for so long that he didn't even know what question I was asking. So that's good.
Oh
But
well, we might get a few. Looks like you get a few minutes. It looks like
we put in a good hour. We're missing Chris, and
nah. But real quickly, just in the comments, Shep says he wants to come on real quick. So
we'll
Shep,
do it.
hold on. Shep, hold on real quickly while we still got 22 minutes left in this program before I gotta go. You know, go do the 9 to 5, if you will. And I think Webb was trying to rejoin us. Okay, now we're gonna add him back. So
Hey,
There we go. There's Jaden.
my bad.
technical
Yeah, it
difficulties
was
happen.
internet connection.
All right. So go ahead and continue your point.
No, I was just saying, I'm just glad to be back. It feels good to be back, be able to get back on the field and play with my brothers and stuff. I just wanted to shout out to my mom. She was watching from Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all seen her in the chat. I love you, mom. All my stealth brothers. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, and I'll see y'all at practice. You know what I'm saying? Corey, Dub, Chris, Derek. I appreciate y'all and everything y'all have done for me as well, on and off the field and on the show and getting me on here. Other than that, I'm just ready to get to it.
Hey, sounds good to me.
Well, nothing more needs to be said, if you will. Um, as Mr. Excitement is bringing back his brand of football back to A7, and
Yes,
Chef,
sir.
go check your inbox since you want to come on real quick and give us a few minutes while we still got 21 minutes to go. But there you see it, folks. Mr. Excitement, Mr. Jaden Webb, back in the A7FL.
Thank you.
Jaden, we appreciate the time. Best of health this upcoming season, and looking forward to seeing you back on the A7FL field.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you all so much for the time.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you, man.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
That was Mr. Jaden Webb, formerly of the Alienators during the Fall Brawl season of 2023, and then 2024 played for the Las Vegas Force. Now taking his talents to the Silver State Stealth, looking to improve on the Stealth's record. And his teammate is on the verge, fresh. Well, he was, but now maybe he'll come back. But we will be joined momentarily for the rest of the show by Cool Case Justin Shepard, who showed off his talents at running back last season, and still high off his beloved Chicago Bears, coming back and to stick to the Packers one more time before they take on the Rams this upcoming Sunday. Joining us, the one and the only Mr. Cool Case, Justin Shepard. Shep, can you hear us? No, Shep, we can't hear you. Fix your Bluetooth, buddy. We can see you moving your lips, but no sound.
I thought Shep, as much media hits as he does, he would have been more tech savvy than us.
He'll be back. He'll return. As
What are your hey, listen, Dub, what are your thoughts on the stealth? What do you think realistically they can be when we have questions and no disrespect, but we have a quarterback battle that seems even, and we know, who Jody Mack has been in this league, and what he is and isn't.
all right, let's try again. Shep, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
All
Yo,
right, now we got you.
what's
Um,
going on, you guys?
well, obviously, you still excited about the Bears sticking to the Packers one more time as you guys prepare for the Rams. But I would just say, were you a huge recruiter in getting Jaden Webb to come play for the Stealth this upcoming season, or would someone else have to take credit for that?
Um, I don't take credit for anything but being a part of a great program. But Jaden Webb did reach out to me like 5 months ago, man. That's my dog, man. He's a dog on the field, dog off the field, dog as a father, everything. But yeah, I mean, we kind of came together and was like, man, we like competing against each other, and it's high energy. It's never a dull moment with me and him going back at it, me and him on offense together, me and him on defense together at practice. So I mean, I'm excited to have him here. I heard him saying that he's excited. I mean, we've had some great moments already in the off season, and first I just want to say thanks for having me on though, and I appreciate you guys reaching out to me and saying I'm ready to turn up for the season.
Yeah, you're in a first time, long time, I think, situation. Have we ever had you on the other side of the ball?
Other side of the ball, no. I was on a. Which one's 301? 301
Yeah,
is.
no, 3-on-1 was me, Matt, and Rob. I think we
Oh
had
yeah,
you.
I was on the other side of the ball with Dub and them 2 years ago or two
Oh yeah,
seasons
okay.
ago.
So if not first time, long time, but hey, we see you in the chat, so we know you follow the show. Um, Jaden's a great get for you guys. I think I think a lot of people know that the route to success in the A7 isn't always going to be, hey, let's just combine the Turtle Hawks or whatever they were. The way the Insomniacs were kind of formed. So there is a natural progression to these things, and Stealth were a brand new team last year.
Mhm.
Shep, you've been on the most successful teams in this division, and you know what it takes, especially out there. What are your thoughts on the realistic goals and expectations for the Stealth this year? And
Um.
what are you excited that that we don't about this team?
Well, as you know, I'm always excited about playing football in the A7FL. Expectations. I know you got. I heard you say writing a check that we got a cash. I heard you say that.
Well, no,
And
what I was trying to get, I was trying to get him to go over to practice where guys were stretching, and
oh
maybe a guy with a little bit less media training would have been like, yeah, yo, we taking him out or whatever. You
oh
never
no no.
know.
Okay, so the goal is always to be the number one champion.
Right.
That's the goal. That's the mindset. That's the training. Um, Expectations are very, very high. We're not just a 7FL program anymore. We're actually an eight-man program. We're actually a preparatory program. Um, we're all in. Everybody in the program's all in. I don't see no doubt in any of our players' mind, our coaches, our staff. Big shout out to Lee too as well for putting all this together and doing his thing, man. Big ups to him. But there's no doubt in our mind that we are competing for a ship this season.
Well, you guys certainly did some good things last year. One of the things was definitely a two-headed attack with you and Big Russell in the backfield this past season, and a lot of people getting to see your skills because I mean most of us have mainly identified you as a defensive guy, and then we see you get in the backfield and do your thing in the backfield. Um, what led to you just being a huge key contributor on offense this past season, and what's the goal for you this season if you do decide to play running back again?
Um, First, I do decide to play running back. I am going to play running back. But the biggest thing that I felt was like my contribution was being on the sideline that first game when I came from the Hunters and I didn't get to play, but being on the sideline with those guys, hearing them talk and being able to help them through that game. It wasn't a really close game, but being able to help them see things that they didn't see on the field and them guys being receptive. I've been on teams where guys are not really receptive of what you're saying, even if you're seeing things from the sideline. So being with the stealth last year, it helped me see like, all right, I have a part over here, not just on the field, but off the field too, and guys trust that.
Yeah, well, Derek talks about his relationship with you all the time and glowing praise up and down. So I think at minimum on this show, we the reputation precedes you. And we do appreciate all you do for the league and your outreach to the community and all that kind of stuff. But listen, I'm going to be the same jerk off that I was to Jaden, that to you that I was to Jaden, and listen, there's comments even saying it. So we know that where the stealth are is a good place to start. I think that the stealth where you guys started last year is closer to the force and where the force were on an upward trajectory than they'd be to, where you were coming like the Hunters or, enter the other team here. So where you're at in the A7FL is that middle ground, right? So there's the tier in
No.
which well, no, that's where you started, is what I'm saying. That's where
Oh, yeah,
where
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
stealth started. And last year, stealth were able to beat the teams they were supposed to, and they played sick with it, Insomniacs, and they weren't able to beat the two top teams, right?
No, yeah,
So
of course.
you're in the tier where there's a lot of teams in the A7FL. And in the Northeast, that shifted a bit because there was a little bit more parity at the top, but you're still in the position where, listen, with the running backs and the defense that you guys got, you're going to be the Hunters most likely, unless they improve. You're going to beat the Gold most likely, unless they improve.
Hmm.
I think the easiest thing to see from just the analyst standpoint is that if you guys can add a passing game to that running game, whether it be play action, whether it be quick, whether it be, hey, we're just going to take shots downfield and test the defense, open up the box for runners to get more yards in the ground game. The fact is that the easiest way to your team taking a step up from where you were at last year is the question that the quarterback analyst keeps on asking.
Well,
But
that's what we went out. We went out this year with the mindset of we want a quarterback.
yeah,
We want
I
we
think
want
that's a good mindset.
and we don't just want a quarterback. We want a quarterback that fits the system that we run. We have a run game, of course. We have nice blocking. We have good defense, and I think that you guys, everybody knows it. Everybody can see it. Watch the film. We couldn't throw the ball once a game. I think we had the whole season. I think we had less than 10 completions.
Yeah. So listen, as much of a jerk off as I could be in this situation, it really is the question. I think that if we're being honest, you being a person that's aware of the A7FL just general picture, as well as somebody who is granular with your team, and myself as somebody who is plays the position A, has been around B, and I literally watch the championship games every year because I have one of the best seats watching it live with my eyes. So Jaden, who is doing a good job for his team, he didn't give up the goat. He didn't expose anything or reveal anything. He said that there's two guys though. No disrespect to him. Yodi Mack is a guy that can do things, and we've seen him do them. How consistently he can do them, and is he at that level? Maybe the question. And then there's this new guy. So what is your answer that the stealth found asking that question in the offseason, looking for a quarterback and one that fits your system? What's the answer that you found going into this season?
All right, a little bit of drama for you guys. We're gonna score a lot, a lot. Put it like that.
Okay.
Everything. Defense is gonna be better. Running game is gonna be better. We're gonna be better as a team on the sideline, building our players up, getting them to the point where they can compete at a higher level or at a level where we can win. I think that we've elevated the positions that we need, but we're gonna score a whole lot,
Okay.
and we're gonna stop a lot of scores. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh. I mean, you just gotta wait. We gotta wait till the season start. I mean, a lot of people talk. You seen the sick with the game? It was 6-12 or 6-6 at halftime or something like that. We can't score. We couldn't score. We're gonna score. You
Listen,
know.
there's a position on the field whose job it is to convert third downs and to have the team score in those crucial situations, either down or end of halves. I'm gonna shout out and Dub if you could put the comment out at La Anderson C4K.
Oh, L.A. You talking about L.A.?
Yeah, LA. Yeah,
Hmm.
he's got a question for you.
What do you say? Who the quarterback?
Who's y'all quarterback?
That's the third time you asked me that question. I'm not gonna answer it.
Yeah, and it's funny because the way you answered the question, you're being evasive and fair. Look, you don't have to tell me shit,
No,
but
what he's saying is what he's saying is find out March 15th. That's what he's saying.
and that's fine because the answer he gave us is that we're going to score a lot of points. And my follow up question to that is, well, one way you can do more of that is by having somebody at the quarterback position that can complete a pass. Who is that? So fair, fair. All right. So one of the mysteries going into this offseason, into the start of this season, is going to be who is that guy for the stealth. And listen, it's not a new mystery. We were
No,
promised the Tannehill guy last year. We've seen G Hurd in there doing things better than some. And like I said to Jaden, if you do the Cleveland Browns list of quarterbacks for OTT / the stealth, Corey Hammond's name pops up there.
it's OTT / the gold now.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yeah.
No. Well, listen. Listen. If you want to separate yourself from Corey Hammond in any way you can, do so. Ray Rich said there's many set options between both QBs that work.
Yeah. Shout out to Ray Rich, man. He had a great off season too. Shout
I
out to my
played with
boy.
Ray Rich. Ask Ray Rich about me. I was throwing him fades.
I seen him score. He scored one for you at the
I think so. I think he caught one, and I think he had one, and then somehow it wasn't called a touchdown, but it wasn't his
Oh,
fault.
okay. And shout out to Jalil. I see you, Jalil, man. That guy, if you guys don't put him in the top 50 this year, man, there's something wrong. This guy's something amazing, man. I know he doesn't get much like looks, but this guy's amazing. Shout out to Jalil, man. He's one of the hardest like workers on our team. But other than that, man,
Jaleel
No,
Hornbeak.
no.
No,
Hornbeak.
Hornbeak is a fuck. He's a
He's
dog.
a
Like
did
the
he
man.
man.
he did he make one of the top sevens?
No, he didn't make
He was
anything.
definitely an honorable mention because I
I
remember
know
I remember
he was.
making the joke that Jaleel Hornbeak sounds like a Pokemon.
Yep, he
No,
made the honorable mention.
I have been very high on Hornbeak the last 2 seasons. I love the kid's talent. I love his motor. I love the way he plays.
He's
I
different,
just wish
man.
he would get. I just wish he would get more PT because the man has skills and has been
He
shown in
was
the
kind of
last two
he was kind of
seasons.
injured last year on his shoulder. His shoulder was injured, so we wanted to like not get him too hurt, So he had his role on the 3-on-1. He had his role at the running back, but he could play running back, receivers, tight end, 3-on-1, DB, safety. He could probably play DN too. Like the guy is just good at football. Period. So shout out to Hornbeak, man. Shout out to my boy.
No,
But shout out to the whole
no,
stealth
no.
staff. Shout out to everybody, man.
So obviously obviously there seems to be a lot more. There seems to be a great structure going on with the stealth. Like I said, just the little clips that I saw that you had on your Facebook Live when you guys were having your signing, it just seems
Oh
like there
yeah.
was a lot of brotherhood, a lot of camaraderie. Talk more about that coming into this upcoming season, Shep.
All right. So at the end of the season, me and Lee sat down, the owner of the stealth, and we just talked about, we felt like the season wasn't bad, but we felt like we know what good looks like. And if you know what good looks like, you know what great football looks like. And we shout out to the stealth. I'm not stealth, but Sick with It and Insomniacs made two amazing programs. And we look at both those programs, and we don't want to mimic them, but we want to take certain parts that they have and put it into our program because they are two great structured programs where they've held guys on their team and that don't even play that are great that don't play a lot. How do you do that? How do you keep guys at every position great and keeping them on the team? And that's where we're at. We're at trying to keep guys over here. And the signing was more for like the 8 man and to get our 7 man the ball rolling for us A7FL. So
Okay.
we had a lot of guys that came and signed with the 8 man. We had Davion Duncan. I know you guys seen him. He signed with us. Um,
Oh, okay.
we had a guy from the UK. He came and signed with us.
Oh,
Um,
going
yeah,
international. All right.
so we've had a lot of guys, and we've had 3 or 4 tryouts. I just think the biggest thing was the brotherhood. You mentioned the brotherhood. The biggest thing that Lee thrives on, that I see that a lot of people, a lot of league teams in this league that don't thrive on, is that brotherhood. And that was the one thing that we talked about at the end of the season because we had that non-brotherhood on our sideline, and we don't like that. We like to have football structure, brotherhood, um, warriors, and we don't just like that soft stuff. Put it like that. We don't like people complaining about not getting in PT. We like guys to get in there, do their thing, and get out. Let's win the game and go home. That's it. So, I mean, that's pretty much what the off season is about, though. Is us knowing that we're a championship caliber team and being able to go out there and prove it to the rest of the world, especially in the A7, where I love A7. So shout out to A7.
Corey, what you got? Corey, are you
Well, I
there?
think yeah, I think we're coming up on an hour 30, and I want to just shout out, I think, to the Stealth in general. I see them in the chat. We have 2 guys on air. They haven't give a shit for an answer as far as who their quarterback is, but fair, and that's fine.
There.
Um, but
I
I
mean,
am in.
I'm one of the people that don't like to hold things in because you got to be able to stop it. So if Lee would have told me, yeah, tell it, I would have told you guys. I'm not one to be super evasive, but
Bro,
if
I
Lee
mean,
says,
listen,
hey,
you don't got to tell us nothing. We will see week 1.
I hope
So
we play. To be honest, if you guys make the list, let us play the Insomniacs first game. I'm gonna put that drama for you guys just so you guys can run with it. But that's really what I really want. Me personally, as a member of the Stealth, I want to play Insomniacs first game.
yeah, I mean the test early is good, and that week 1 is where they've gotten a little bit sketchy sometimes. Yeah, so I think listen, my final thought would be for as close as we are to the season to see you guys to not only that you are working that you've been working. I think
Mhm.
that's the best sign. I mean, you know, personnel can only go as far as the personnel can work together. But the one thing I think that talking about the culture that you said, and I think mentioning the Insomniacs, and this is the other side of the ball, which is brought to you by the Insomniacs, by the way. I think Dub, right? Anyway, no, I'm just joking. Um,
Oh, I get
so,
it. I like that.
uh, but the one thing I think that anybody can take away from what the Insomniacs do and how they go about their business is by remembering, the 2 championships that they won. If they were a different, if they had a different constitution of men on that sideline, when they were down as much as they were in both of those games, they could have started doing the finger pointing. They could have started doing the, oh well, put me in. Oh, I'll be better than this guy. That guy's ass. It could have went the way 9 out of 10 games go for the losing team in an A7FL game, which is when you go down by 2 scores, everybody starts looking around at each other. And instead of trying to figure out a way to work together, they start figuring out a way to like blame the other guys so that they can be featured more or get their stats or their highlight. And
That's
when
the
you
most
look
impressive thing about the Insomniacs. That's
is they
that's
were down in both of those championships, they were down and had to pull themselves back up into that game against the Nightcrawlers with miracles from their 3rd string quarterback playing defensive line. So I
no
mean,
fact. It's
so
impressive.
yeah, that obviously having talent is a big thing, but that's something that every one of these teams across the entire country can learn. is that when you're down, the only way that a team can win is if they're working together.
Bill
And
Bears. Oh, my bad.
yeah, what does it say on his fingernails this week against the Rams?
It says ram it in.
Yeah, it would fit with the rest of his motif.
Oh no, we're gonna win the Super Bowl. So you're a
My
Patriots
bad.
fan, right?
Yo, I'm throwing bows at friggin' guys that'll probably beat the crap out of me. So my bad, Adrian Peterson and Caleb. My bad. By the way,
They'll
ram it
forgive you.
in is a pause.
Oh yeah,
If
pause.
Yo, I just heard Big Rob Fadian say pause from fucking Trenton right now. So shout out to that. Dub, what are your final thoughts as I went over the time as I was trying to be short and then I went over and opined for 4 minutes. Go ahead, Dub.
Well, first off, we want to say thanks to Cool Case, Justin Shepard, for giving us a little bit of time before he starts practice, and we appreciate Jaden Webb for coming on and joining us, and we appreciate you guys for joining us on episode number 166 as
Thank
your boy
you.
gets to go do the 9 to 5. But
Yeah. Bye, mom.
Shep, continued success and good health coming into the upcoming season. I'm looking forward to seeing you back in the stealth backfield. And for Derek Duncan, who gave us a few minutes of his time, is appreciated. Of course, for Corey Hammond, for Chris, who is nursing his wounds. Hopefully, we get Chris back on next week. But for all you guys that have watched, we appreciate you guys watching us, and we'll see you on the other side of the
Yeah.
ball. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. Take care.
Yes, sir. Still business or no business.